Hello there everybody and welcome back to Dead Rising 2. Last video we stopped TK's chopper and have him in custody, and the good news is that rescue is coming at 9 a.m. so less than 12 hours from now rescue will hopefully be here. But until then we have a few more things that we need to do. We have a couple of survivors to pick up. I would like to refill my inventory, and I would also like to change Chuck's outfit, so it should be pretty easy going. The next couple of hours are going to be pretty laid back. There's not a whole lot that needs to get done, not a ton of survivors to save or anything like that. And I'm going to be making a new combo weapon that is very easy to make, and I kind of just neglected it, to be honest. Instead of picking up the boxing gloves, I'm going to pick up the MMA gloves. And if you combine the MMA gloves with a box of nails, you'll get another handheld combo weapon. And they're like the knife gloves, they're very, very quick, except they're very close quarters. So if you have a survivor you're trying to defend, but you don't want to use something really big like the defiler or the knife gloves, because you don't want to hit them, then this next weapon is definitely a good choice. Cool. And I do believe these are called the tenderizers, and they are pretty wicked, as you can see. That's pretty devastating. I would not want to tango with anybody that I saw with those things on their hands, that's for sure. And I can actually make two pairs because there is another box of nails in this back maintenance room here, as well as another power drill, a push broom, a bucket. If you're interested in making any combo weapons that use any of those ingredients. And other than that, I do have a spiked bat with me. I've got one good defiler, and I've got one solid pair of knife gloves. My other weapons may break soon, but for the time being, I think that we'll be good to go. Like I said, not going to be doing anything too strenuous. So I'm going to try and dress Chuck up. I'm going to do hat, I'm going to try and find a pair of shoes, I'm going to put some glasses on, and I'm going to put on what I think is probably one of the more ridiculous outfits. And we're going to be picking that up as well as our survivor over at the Palisades Mall. We're currently working on the quest Dead or Alive. Nothing I want in here. I want to go down to the bottom floor. I just need to find the store that I'm looking for. We can see our survivor is up there. His name is Andy. And there's a particular sort of glitch, or maybe not a glitch, maybe the programmers intended this, but especially if you're playing in co-op, you can make Andy commit suicide if you start killing zombies near him without talking to him. So if you have the intent to kind of slowly make your way over to Andy, but you're killing zombies before you get to him, he will actually kill himself. He'll shoot himself in the head with his shotgun. So that's kind of brutal. This is the banana hammock, ladies and gentlemen. I present you with what I think is probably the most ridiculous Dead Rising 2 outfit. I do believe that you can get this in the first Dead Rising, and as far as I know, they're saying it's also going to be in Dead Rising 3. So it's kind of a Dead Rising thing. It's very, very silly. But we haven't changed his outfit in a while, and I haven't really worn anything that was too particularly crazy in a while, so here you have it. I'm also going to be trying to look for some alcohol on my way back to the safe house. There should be some in here. I need to pick up either vodka or whiskey in particular, but I might have to do that back in the Royal Flush Plaza. But it was worth looking for anyways. Either way, I'm just gonna go right up to Andy and talk to him. It's a little bit more difficult to get him to commit suicide in single player, just because if one of the co-op partners is talking to him and one of the co-op partners is killing zombies, he can still kill himself because he hasn't quite agreed to come with you yet. And this guy takes quite a bit of talking to in order to get him to join you. So you might be here for a little while. If you don't really care what he has to say, I would just recommend skipping through the dialogue. He is incredibly depressed, and he's contemplating ending his life because all of this zombie stuff is just too much for him to handle. And even though Chuck is trying to convince him to come to the safe house, he's not too convinced. Even if he's safe from the zombies, the mental trauma is just going to scar him for life, and he's not sure that he's going to be able to deal with that. And that's essentially what his deal is. I don't blame him. This would be a very, very terrifying, very mentally scarring type situation. Absolutely life-changing if you were to live through it, I would imagine. At least he found himself a weapon. I mean, that's good. He could be up here unarmed, sobbing, and just waiting for his demise. But luckily the zombies can't climb. He did have enough common sense to make his way up here, at least. And we're still talking to him. Maybe he's intimidated by my banana hammock. I mean, I probably would be. If a man wearing boxing gloves with nails attached to them wearing a banana hammock came up to me, I would probably be a little bit hesitant to go with him. I mean, call me crazy, but I'm just saying. Alright, buddy, are you gonna come with me or not? Because I will leave you here. Okay, maybe I won't, but seriously, come on. I'm not your counselor. Maybe someone in the safe house is a counselor. I haven't ran into anybody like that yet, but I'm sure you can continue this conversation at the safe house. And Chuck basically tells him that he can't stand listening to him any longer, so that's a pretty good cue for him to come with us. So finally, he'll join us. And you can pick Andy up at 8 p.m. That's when his case file shows up. And we won't have to take on another case file until 11 p.m. So there's a lot of time in between, which is nice. So what I'm going to do is I'll probably just bring him back to the safe house right away. And in addition to alcohol, I also want to pick up a plant. And the reason I'm picking up these items is there's a few survivors that are going to ask for our help obtaining a few items. And this is all optional stuff. This is just for some additional PP, and I think you get money as well. And I could always do this later. I could always pick up the plant a little bit later, but while I'm in the Palisades Mall, I might as well, just in case I don't get the chance to come back, or if something were to happen and I ran out of time or something like that. So here's the whiskey. I'm going to pick that up from Lee's Liquors. I'm going to drink this wine, because wine heals a lot of health. I don't know why. It doesn't seem like a smart choice, but it does. And I'm also going to pick up the peace art. And you can only find this plant in the art store. And if you remember, this is where we found Randolph, who was the artist who made us buy his art for $3,000 before he would come with us. And then we also gave that as a present to Katie. I do believe the store is called the Clorox Collection. But now we have all our junk. I have a full inventory. And I shouldn't have to make many more detours, which is nice. I have everything set up. Move out of my way. This is really not good zombie gear either. I mean, I don't know what this banana hammock is made of. Clothing, rubber, I don't know, but Chuck is completely exposed. He's not even wearing any shoes. It's kind of hard to find shoes that go with this outfit. Everything just kind of looks a little bit off, as you can imagine. Alright, Andy, let's go back to the safe house before you blow your brains out. Before you see me killing any more zombies. And I think that after he follows you, you're more than safe to kill zombies in your way. It's just before he joins you, before you talk to him, that you run the risk of losing him as a survivor. I don't really need to kill a lot of zombies anyways. I generally just try and push through them unless they're in my way. Like they're in, like a doorway or something, and I just need to clear the way. That's why my zombie count is so low. I haven't even killed 2,000. Which really isn't a lot. If I was really making a conscious effort to kill a lot more of them. Or use my combo weapons a lot more to get PP. Alright, so we get 40,000 PP for escorting Andy back to the safe house, and now that I'm back, you can see that Sven is here in the cafeteria area. And generally when a survivor is in here, it means that they want something. Now, this is an unmarked request, and I honestly don't know what time Sven will show up and ask you to bring him supplies, but it seems to be after the last mission we did. Again, this is completely optional, but if you see Sven in the cafeteria area here, I would definitely recommend speaking to him. He's gonna ask us to bring him some booze for a disinfectant. He can use it to clean people's wounds, which is a really smart idea. You just gotta kind of use what you have available, so luckily I went ahead and I picked up that whiskey, and I'm gonna give it to him. He's gonna take a little drink first, but apparently he's gonna use it on some of the survivors, so I hope he's telling the truth. And for helping him, he'll give you another case of Zombrex. So he is a super helpful survivor. Not only does he give you one thing of Zombrex when you rescue him, but if you do this request, you get 10,000 PP and an additional Zombrex. Now I have 3 Zombrex, and we won't need any more than 2. I actually have more Zombrex than I need right now, which is nice. I don't have to worry about Zombrex, and I don't have to buy it. I haven't actually had to buy it for the entire game, so that's kind of nice. Now that that's taken care of, our next case file should be popping up soon, so I guess I should head back out and prepare for that. But first, I said that I was gonna get Chuck some eyewear to go with this sexy outfit. When I wear the banana hammock, I kind of just put on the most random of random things that I can possibly think of. The only thing that I ever have troubles finding is shoes. For some reason, shoes just kind of throw the whole outfit off. It's so perfect just as is when Chuck's not wearing shoes. In my opinion anyways, there are a ton of options for shoes if you wanted to wear something. I could go and get a pair of go-go boots if I wanted. Wear some nice knee-high boots with my my mankini here. And I think I'll put on the aviators, because now I look serious. And that just makes everything a little bit better, because I'm wearing a really ridiculous outfit. And I'll show you what these gloves do. You can do quick jabs, get 100 PP, and Chuck will also do a kick at the end of the combo, so it's mostly used for clearing out tiny crowds, but it's also nice at the end with the kick, because you can clear out zombies that may be getting close to you. So I like it. It's not as great as the knife gloves in my opinion, but I still like to use them, and I cannot believe that I forgot to make them. That's one of the weapons, along with the ones that I've been using for the playthrough, that I often like to have with me. Just because the supplies are so readily available, and I don't have to go halfway across the map to build it. Oh, here's some looters. I guess I should kill them for fun. Can't have them running around the mall. Man, there are an infinite number of these guys. There we go, that's taken care of. Don't have to worry about them. They were robbing the jewelry store, which is probably one of the first places looters would go. Pick up some money, and then I'm gonna head on out to the strip here. And our next quest, which is called Two's Company, takes place over near the Slot Ranch Casino, I do believe. So what I'll probably do is pick these guys up and then take the SUV back to the safe house. Luckily, they're pretty close. And I think that the store they're in is actually the location of the go-go boots that I spoke of. So that's perfect. We can check some sexy footwear and pick up some survivors as well. So this is Walter and Royce. I'm going to close the door so I don't get interrupted. And I'm going to talk to these two. They are comedians, apparently. And they're going to tell us some jokes, so maybe that'll make us feel better in this horrible situation that we're in. They're here for the Fortune City Comedian of the Year award. I didn't even know that that was a thing, but I guess obviously the convention didn't take place, or the award show or whatever. But they have the trophy that was supposed to be used to give to the winner, so no idea how they got a hold of that. But they're each going to tell us a joke, and after they've told us their jokes, we get to pick a winner to give the trophy to. Alright, so here comes Royce's joke. What do sloppy zombies get on their clothes when they eat? Well, I don't know. Stains. Ha. Ha ha ha. Oh, you're so funny. How did you guys even get invited to the award show? I don't know. What does a vegan zombie eat? Grains. It's so lame. It's the same joke. It's so dumb. Whatever. Neither of them are funny, but what you want to do is you want to give the trophy to Royce. And before you give either of them the trophy, it might be a good idea to hit a zombie or two with the trophy. Doing so will allow you to work your way towards an achievement for hitting zombies with all of the novelty items in the game. And because it's a unique item, if you give it to one of them, they won't let go of it after you've given it to them, and you'll miss out on the opportunity. Before I go, I should see. Here they are. The go-go boots. Nice. Nice, I like it. Let's put those on. I can also put on some flip-flops. I can pick up a ladies' massager, if I so desire, but I don't because it's a really, really weak item. But I can pick it up if you guys want for, you know, comedic relief. And there's a couple of outfits in here as well. This is kind of like a sex clothing store. Intimate apparel, I guess, is a good word for it. So you can just check up in some pretty funny things if you shop at that store as well. So I'm going to head over towards the SUV here and drive those guys back to the safe house. I can also hit zombies over the head with the massager, as they call it. It's not very durable though. I think it only lasts for maybe 10 swings. And it's not going to kill the zombies, it'll probably just knock them over. Kind of just, you know, get them out of your way. But whatever. It's fun. We haven't used it yet. You know, that would not be the best sort of weapon, but I guess if you so happen to have one in your purse, then that would be an option for you. That would be disturbing. Watching somebody trying to fend off zombies with their vibrator. I think it would be anyways. That would just be weird. We also have another case file that just popped up. That's actually a psychopath battle, so that'll be fun. We'll do that in the next video. I would like to get these guys back to the safe house first, though. Just to kind of get them out of my way. Of course, I'm getting confused. The quest arrow is pointing me towards the next case file, but I want to go back to the plaza, please. Which is over here. I think all of my kills, the majority of my kills, have just come from running zombies over in the strip. Alright, gentlemen, let's go.
Keep moving.
I'm bringing you to a safe place where you can enjoy your trophy and tell each other horrible jokes. I know that this game tries to be funny, but some of the things they put into it just makes you shake your head. And I guess that's a form of comedy. You know, reaction comedy, trying to get a reaction out of people. But they could have at least made the comedians funny. But oh well, we can just laugh at Chuck's outfit instead. We better not talk to Katie with this outfit on. I think that would be a little bit inappropriate and probably disturbing. I mean, Chuck has got a great ass, but it's not for his 8-year-old daughter. Oh, where's Walter? Did he fall behind? Oh, yeah, he kind of did.
Stick with me.
Come on, man. I know you're sad that I didn't give you the trophy, but I got things to do. I got places to go. Alright, so both of them will provide you with a nice PP bonus after they're rescued. For now, I'm going to take a quick break, and I will meet you guys back here for the next video. Thank you guys so very much for watching, and I hope that I will see you next time.